we saw, of course, a massive difference in clicks between tasks that involved AI overviews and tasks that did not involve AI overviews. But I think what I learned in the process, and again, I'm glad that Eric pushed back on that, because it really opened my eyes to the value of clicks. I think clicks are very empty calories. And I always thought they were worth so much, right? My mental model was always like, okay, cool. When there is a search, say, find a tax account in your area, I always thought that the majority of people, they'll probably click on the first result and they all think kind of alike. And when they click on that result, that means that they also have a very high chance to convert on that result. And it turned out to be wrong. What's happening instead is that we saw in the research that there is this important difference between where people get their final answer and where people click. So final answer means they complete their journey. In a lot of cases, that means they buy something or they reach out to a service provider. Stop searching. Clicks are just noise along that way, because as we already established, people will click on sources to increase their confidence or to fact check something or to just maybe get another point of view. And so I'm glad that we don't have that chart in there anymore, because we have another chart which is way better. And that shows that the majority of final answers are actually gathered from organic results. Second in command is AIO. So we did see about 1/5, 1 out of 5 final answers coming from AI overviews. And that is kind of the click drain that we're seeing, or maybe click carnage is a better way, right? Because most of my clients are seeing a massive decrease in clicks. But they're not seeing a decrease in revenue from SEO. And I think that is kind of symbolic. And what this tells us is that, yes, clicks are going down. Clicks are not that valuable anymore. Maybe they have never been that valuable in the first place. And instead, we need to adopt that lens that you alluded to, Greg, which is that there is a final place where I make my decision or result. And along the way, I will check out organic results, Reddit, YouTube, local packs, maybe shopping ads, right? A lot of different touch points, very dependent on what I'm actually trying to accomplish and my preferences and what I trust. But people gather input from many sources. And so as a company, we need to figure out how to be as present on these sources as possible. And of course, what the sources are in the first place. But we did see a huge difference in clicks between results with AIOs and without. But it wasn't really the thing that is the most insightful here. I think where people find their final answers is much more helpful.